Hey B1, better known as or also known as Foundational Black Americans. I hope you guys are doing well and I hope you're blessed. So, apparently, a lot of these immigrants didn't get the memo. Foundational Black Americans cannot be deported. And we have to continue to repeat that for the folks in the back that belong on the short yellow bus that continue to request or advocate for foundational Black Americans being deported. I find it ironic that they are advocating for foundational Black Americans to be deported and not white folks, who are the ones that are creating the laws to excavate you out of America. It's not Black Americans that are doing that. Yeah, we are responding because of all of the disdain, the nasty, disgusting hate that we've received from many of you over the last 60 years. Of those of you that have been coming and arriving, we are absolutely saying, yeah, maybe they should go home, but whether or not, we're not going to involve ourselves with that. So you mad because we won't come out here and advocate for you to remain in this country. So how you demonstrate the madness, the anger, is by being disrespectful to foundational Black Americans. Let me tell you something. I can trace my lineage back in America to 1619, baby, okay? 1619, early 1620, okay? And so that means that I am a foundational Black American and my people were enslaved here in this country. My people did not hop on a plane and fly over to America and say we want TPS status or we want to be allowed to stay here because whatever issue our country has. No. My people were brought here on slave ships on purpose by force, okay? So for those of you that continue to involve yourselves in wanting to have foundational Black Americans deported, it's not going to work. We've been here. We built this country. Our ancestors did. They suffered. Some of you are very childish and slow. Despite you saying that you have all of those degrees that you say you have, most of them are probably not good anyway, depending on where you went to school with them for. But for many of you who claim educated status, you're not too highly bright if you continue to believe that Black Americans can be deported. We cannot be deported. And again, I will say this. I've said this before, and I will say it again. Upon any day that comes or should arrive that foundational Black Americans have to leave this country, it will be by the hand of Yah, the Most High, and trust and believe there will be no America. He will not leave an America standing without foundational Black Americans. The only reason that America has not been torn down as of yet is because of us. So for those of you that continue to wish and how you wish that we could be deported, we will not be deported. We will never be deported. Trust and believe that. It is really disgusting. Some of you people, instead of, if you would get those white supremacist tennis balls out your mouth, then you would understand that we cannot be deported. But because you have mental instability and you study sucking on them white tennis balls, then, you just have ill understanding. Foundational Black Americans are here to stay. Period. Some of us were already here. before 1619. Okay? Many. And some of us came after. And it was at the behest of the African nations selling their people into slavery. Okay? So, again, and I'm going to say it slower this time. Foundational Black Americans cannot be deported. Get over it. Get over it and go on with your lives to your prospective countries, okay? All right, family, I've had enough of this one. Hopefully, we don't have to address this any longer. But, yeah, wishful thinking on those folks' parts. Peace, love, and blessings, and Black power. Take care, family. Bye-bye.